Good morning and Merry Christmas Eve to all of you. As you probably already know, I published Success Magazine for a decade or so. One of my predecessors at Success was W. Clement Stone, and this is a copy of Stone's version of Success Magazine, which was called Success Unlimited. I was 6 years old when this was originally published. You can see he featured Santa Claus on the cover. I'd say old St. Nick is worthy of being considered a success, you think? Inside this issue, Dr. Norman Vincent Peale shares a beautiful little story that he experienced one Christmas Eve that I thought I would share with you on this day. The title is It Happened on Cincinnati Street by Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. I'll share it from Dr. Peale's voice and perspective, just the way that he had wrote it. Some of my most impressionable boyhood years were spent in Cincinnati, Ohio. I still remember the huge Christmas tree in Fountain Square, the gleaming decorations, the frosty streets ringing with the sound of carols. Upon East Liberty Street, where we lived, our mother and father always had a Christmas tree with real candles on it, magical candles, which, combined with the fir tree, gave off a wonderful forestry aroma, unique and unforgettable. One Christmas Eve, when I was 12 years old, I was out with my father doing some late Christmas shopping. We were both loaded down with packages, and I was getting tired of it and a bit cross. I was thinking how good it would be to get home when a beggar, a blurry-eyed, unshaven, dirty old man, came up to me and touched my arm with a hand like a claw. He asked me for money. He was so repulsive that instinctively I recoiled. Softly, my father said, "Norman, it's Christmas Eve. You shouldn't treat a man that way." I was not remorseful. "Dad," I complained, "he's nothing but a bum." My father spoke strongly. Maybe he hasn't made much of himself or has fallen on tough times, but he is still a human being worthy of dignity. He then handed me $1, a lot of money for those days, and certainly for my dad's income. "I want you to take this and give it to that man," he said. "Speak to him respectfully. Tell him you are giving it to him in the name of Christmas." "Oh, Dad," I protested. "I can't do anything like that." My father's voice became firm. "Go and do as I told you." So reluctantly and resisting, I ran after the old man and said, "Excuse me, sir. Sir, I give you this money in the name of Christmas." He stared at the dollar bill, then looked up at me in utter amazement. A wonderful smile came to his face, a smile so full of life and beauty that I forgot that he was dirty and unshaven. I forgot that he was ragged and old. With a gesture that almost seemed courtly, he took off his hat. Graciously, he said, "I thank you kindly, young sir, in the name of Christmas." All of my irritation, all of my annoyance faded away. The street, the houses, everything around me suddenly seemed beautiful because I had been part of a miracle that I have seen many times since. The transformation that comes over people when you think of them as human beings worthy of dignity and kindness. That was my Christmas discovery that year, to realize the gold of human dignity that lies hidden in every living soul, waiting to shine through if you will only give it a chance. I send you off on an exploration to find the human dignity that lies hidden in every living soul, if you will only use the picks and shovels of your love and kindness. Merry Christmas Eve, everyone.